to the Olympic Stadium. And, in week 26 of the Spanish League, after 45 minutes, it's the home side Espanyol leading against Valencia by a goal to nil, scored by Luis Garcia after 4 minutes. And the side in orange, Kunen's visiting Valencia, have been disappointing. There's the goal scorer. It's been a dull. There's been a little bit of rain as well. It's quite a chilly evening here now. Those of you who haven't been to Barcelona before, the Espanyol Stadium is... You can't see the Camp Nou, the Barcelona ground, from here. It's, as a crow flies, something like about 6 miles away. And this stadium is high up on the top of a hill, so the wind does get up. And actually had a little bit of snow up here in this part of Barcelona before now. It's only one road up and one road down. If you do get a bit of slush and a little bit of rain, it can be quite a journey back down. You can imagine the traffic chaos as well. Quite a few of the supporters, actually, if the weather's not too bad, our vehicles and stroll back down. Get the wife to drop you, see, outside the Olympic Stadium, and then take a little stroll down, smoke your cigar. By the time you've had that, the wife is waiting with the car at the bottom of the hill. That's what the locals tell us. So, second half underway. And let's just remind you what's up for grabs here. We're not going to mention any other scores in Spain. There are some big games that have already taken place. We don't wish to spoil your enjoyment, so rest assured there will be no mention of other scores so far. What we will tell you is that at the... Oh, goodness me. Well, that has struck a Valencia player plumb on the head. It's Ivan Helguera. Ankle, the substitute, was the fellow who hit it. I don't think Helguera even had time to get out of the way of that. It's a full volley, whack. Not much they can do about that, except give him plenty of air and a little bit of time here to recover. Baraka warming up, and he wouldn't be the obvious replacement. Mombano could shuffle things around a little bit. Those are the strikers warming. That's Zigic. Referee is asking just to leave play before he comes back on. Sporting applause from the home supporters, but Valencia will want to get it straight back on here. Still looks to be rather shaken. Around the keeper, just stalling a little and glancing over to the left. The only negative part of that first half for Espanyol, apart from not grabbing a second when they did have a couple of half chances, was losing influential midfielder De La Peña, who was injured. He's been replaced by Ankle. It looks like Helguera's ready to go now. Around. Looks to be okay. The last thing he'll want to do now is to have to clear any high balls, and as a central defender, that's part of your job. Looks like a corner to me for Valencia. He's still struggling here, Helguera. Well, you'd expect him normally to come forward for this corner. Actually trying to clear, but Espanyol are away here. And it might well open up here, looking for a second. Oh, it's a tumble inside, and it's a penalty. And it may well have been Ivan Helguera, the player who was still suffering after being hit on the head by the ball. Let's see, Helguera is complaining. I'm not sure who's got the yellow card here. Ronaldo racing forward. And Espanyol have got a golden opportunity here to extend their lead. They're clearly onside. It's number 21, Silva, making the challenge. Ivan Helguera was not part of that tackle, but was the first player right behind Silva. So Luis Garcia, who has already scored one today, from the spot, this to increase the lead. Oh, super strike, and Espanyol go 2-0 up against Valencia. And you feel that this will be a long road back for Koeman's side. What an important goal that is, and is this perhaps the moment that Espanyol start the road to recovery? The injured De La Peña celebrating on the touchline as well. And let's not forget, at the start of this weekend, before any of the games played, Espanyol with an opportunity to go into a Champions League place. Of course, depends on all of the score lines this particular weekend. It's the celebration that we're used to seeing from Garcia. He's one of the most popular players in the squad, is De La Peña. Crowd now really loving this. Let's get after them. Translated roughly is the chant that's going around the stadium at the minute. They want this one out of sight. They feel Valencia perhaps are there for the picking. I have to say it 2-0. Any side would be still in with a chance, but if Espanyol were to grab a third, that would surely be too much. Valencia need a goal. And you need it quickly as well. Something to lift the confidence, but it's still Espanyol attacking. It's Garcia. And a silly foul. Clock now will be ticking against Valencia as well, don't forget. Espanyol will take as much time as they dare with this. There's no rush. It's taken quickly, however, from Luis Garcia. No one at the far post. He's done well here. Look, used his body strength here as Valdo. Really slammed the penalty home, did Luis Garcia. And Valencia find a way through. I have to say, by the way, that penalty in different leagues would be seen in a different way. I'm not convinced it would have been given, for example, in the Premiership. lot more physical, a lot more rough and tumble. But over here in Spain, referees take a dim view of things like that, and certainly Valdo was clever. To get it away quickly. Get it. Hustling away here, Espanyol, and in particular Luis Garcia gets nothing for that. Moretti just won't settle down for Valencia. They don't seem to be able to get much more than 4 passes together before it goes astray. Valencia are about to make a substitution. It's Vincente, who may be about. Should be a free kick. And Joaquin goes down, although the substitute, the defender, waved at the referee and said that was a deliberate dive. Koeman was unhappy here on the touchline. Was this a dive? Take a look at this. That's Ivan Elguera, not fully recovered from the ball that struck him plumb on the head. Full volley, and the substitution is actually Baraka. Just wonder what, and Guerra's been taken away for treatment immediately. Baraka, just wonder where he's going to slot in here, Baraka. An out-and-out midfielder, and there's a player with a massive fall from the very top. He's gone from being a Spanish international, the captain of Valencia, did, to be honest, to be fair to him, suffer with a mystery illness and terrible fatigue. He's never really got back to the quality player that he was. Let's see how he can do here now. Is wearing number 8, and that's another solid challenge. Yellow card comes out for Moretti. Suspension for his next Valencia game. Countering into the back of Valdo. Approaching the hour mark here in Barcelona. Referee's decision. I'm anxious to get on with things. Well, that's a strong challenge. Oh dear, oh dear. What's the referee brought out? Yellow. Maduro could have received perhaps a red in the eyes of some of these supporters here. No complaints at all from the Dutchman. Oof. No attempt to play the ball at all. He's pointing at it, but there's no chance of reaching it there. It's Luis Garcia again. 4 Valencia players booked now. 2 for Espanyol. again, who's had a really solid game here for Espanyol. Silva. And that looks like a foul on Joaquin, who's waving a card at the referee, or an imaginary one. But again, Espanyol cleaning up quite comfortably. Jonathan with the touchback, the slip is from Riera. Again, every time it breaks down for Espanyol, they seem to get another chance, and they've worked it well. There was a foul off the ball. The shot, again, is wide from Riera. Really is throwing the last that he has. Fenty is the replacement, who will slot into that left-hand side, left vacant Mata. Again, you mentioned the size of this fella, Mane. Extremely good under pressure. Anything in the air, he'll make it his. Forward by Hake. It works. If it stays like this, there could be some mighty fine dining in town tonight. A civilized country as well. If you've not been here to Spain, no mad rush. You can go out for dinner at 11 o'clock. If you go to the village, you can have dinner. There's a tumble over there on the far side. The free kick goes to Espanyol. Zabaleta will take as much time as he can. This evening, perhaps a magic sponge. I think the referee's going to put up with it now, though. Well, I don't think there was anything drastic, though. It certainly was a free kick. Certainly plenty of places for these lads. I'm sure if they do beat Valencia, then Valverde will give Espanyol the day off tomorrow. So I'm sure some of the players will make their way to the Olympic Village as well. A bit of pushing inside the area. It's Baraka who's sticking to number 21, Hake. It's Luis Garcia to take. He's already scored 2 here tonight. Can he set one up? Isn't a bad delivery. It's in by Riera. And that's a super ball in. And here's the counter-attack, but again, everything falling here for Espanyol. Was there a hand there? Yes, it was. Jonathan using the left arm. Useful touch from the substitute Vicente. Still the move alive here for Valencia. I think Silva had a point there. It looked like he was to avoid a foul. Riera. One of Espanyol's key players here tonight. And it might just open up here. Great save. And Hildebrand keeps Valencia in it. Luis Garcia looking for a hat-trick. Everything falling for the home side. And look at Koeman. Disbelief on the Dutchman's face. Koeman, by the way, in a press conference the other day, made it quite clear he's not a quitter. He said, whatever happens, I will be here until, or if the club doesn't want me here any longer. Watch his space, because this has got to be a difficult time for him. And Zabaleta, great game at right back. Just pushing Vicente away. And surely offside. Did it come off a defender? And it's disallowed. Encouragement from the coach. Previous save. Really well there from the Stuttgart keeper. What does that mean? Just can't think it can be a pleasant experience at the moment being a Valencia player. Morale low, coach under pressure. It's been a pretty stressful job. They really cannot be enjoying themselves at the moment. Not all doom and gloom though at 2-0. There's still 24 minutes remaining. Valencia haven't really been in it, can sneak one. They could be right back in it. Shot from Vicente just a few moments ago. President, by the way, on the right of Spaniel. Absolutely loving it. He's got his cigarette there as normal. And Sanchez his local businessman. 11 seasons he's still at the top of this club. Sympathy here from Vicente, just wants to get on with things. That's what it was, he went down. And that's well worked. There's a real chance here. Oh, that's probably the best move we've seen from Valencia in the whole match. Worked the angles well, and we're close to grabbing a goal back. Sixth corner of the game for the visitors. Vicente has made a difference since he came on. It's got to be a good delivery here. Remember the height advantage of the goalkeeper. counter-attack. Riera. That's a hand use that. Well positioned again. Vicente. Vicente, by the way, a Spanish international until he suffered an injury that kept him out of football for about 9 months. And he's really struggled to get back to his best, but there's no doubting his quality. He's a terrific wide attacking player. And he is again. From Baraka. Vicente. Wants to throw it. Everything on that left flank at the moment for Valencia. Line from Baraka. It's gonna go. Should be the goalkeepers. Waist high for Kamani. About to come on for Espanyol. Time is running out here for Valencia. They've only got just over 18 minutes remaining. Front man comes off. Jonathan. Bring on the former Racing Santander striker, the powerhouse, the big fella, Zigic. Silva required to make way. At least there will be some support now for Alegria up front. And there's the height advantage. Oh, he's hard in on Kameni. And that's really clumsy. Milic was never really going to get that. Now the two big men. What will the card be? The crowd are calling for a red card here, and it's racing through it. Oof. This long ledge is sliding in. He's caught Kameni in the midriff. Common sense. From the referee. Sometimes goalkeepers have to get stuck in where it hurts, and Kameni did exactly that. No goalkeeping. No game without pain, and he certainly took a whack there. It's going to be one of the quickest yellow cards of the season for Zigic. to Valencia, who are desperate to try and grab a goal back here. It's a good challenge again by Valencia over on the far side. Wilder tries the dummy. I think Wilder may be penalised. Again, advantage played by the referee. A bit of shirt pulling now. Feels if Valencia don't find a way back, that Mr. Koeman will have them in for training again tomorrow. Hovering on the edge of the penalty area. Here he is. That's been nicely worked, but you feel his qualities in the air. Not quick enough on the turn, although the shot does come in from the authentic over the target. Up in the director's box, the president of Valencia sent of newspaper reports here in Spain this week on Soler that he may well resign from his position given bad results. He's been in charge in the Style Stadium for the last 4 seasons, but it really has been a terrible, terrible season. There's somebody in this place here today. Decent delivery required. Zigic hovering in the centre, and again it's the low ball. Got a fella in there, somewhere in the region of 6'6", and we haven't seen a delivery in that will test all of the defenders in front of this huge, huge man. Still Espanyol threatening to counter-attack and put this completely out of reach. Authentic. Down here with a flick, that's nobody in particular. Authentic again pushing hard. He, without doubt, has changed the whole shape of this Valencia side in this second half. In towards Zigic. And again, a counter-attack. Riera will win the free kick. A yellow card comes out. Well, was that Maduro? If it is, he's off. And it is, and Valencia are down to 10 men. And that's poor refereeing for me. The referee did not seem to realise that he'd already booked this player. Let's take a look. How serious is the challenge? Well, I ask you if a player deserves to be sent off for that sort of challenge. Surely the referee has got to use a little common sense and realise that he's already booked that particular player and just show a little restraint. And you can understand the frustration here. Maduro is sent off. If he perhaps hadn't been on a yellow card, the referee might have produced one, but for me that's a weak decision by the official. So, as if things weren't bad enough already, Valencia are now down to 10 men. Things just going from bad to worse here for Koeman. We are just looking for someone to a slight touch on that as it skimmed through low into the area. Abusive turn by Valdo, who had visions of lifting the roof of the net. I'm not sure what Baraka is arguing about here, unless something happened off the ball. Then they follow through after he hit the shot. And it's number 24, Moretti. He's obviously taken a whack on his left thigh. He's still hobbling a little. There's obviously some sort of contact between Valdo and Valencia. Been sent off. Is it Koeman? It looks like it may well be Ronald Koeman. It is. So things just get bleaker and bleaker for the Valencia coach, and you just wonder how long now Ronald Koeman can stay in charge of Valencia Football Club. Is it Koeman or is it one of his assistants? Terrific ovation for Zabaleta, who's really played a cracking game. Well, I thought he did well. I wouldn't have expected that. Thumbs up from the local supporters. Straight swap, Chica. It's a run out for 7 minutes here. And another strong challenge and another yellow card. And this is just getting silly now for Valencia. They've almost certainly lost the game, and they're starting to lose the plot here. Just no point. Just gone in with the right arm on the neck of Luis Garcia and deserves to be booked there, Baraka, and he'll also be suspended for the next match. And Espanyol threatened to grab a third. Valencia just got to keep that discipline here. It's been lost all over the park, and not only that, in the dugout as well. Espanyol will be watching carefully all the results this weekend in La Liga. Will certainly be closing the gap on the players at the top. Valencia do not need any more cautions. Moretti's still limping, by the way, over there on the far side. I just wonder if Valencia will have some sort of emergency talk now with Koeman. The hopes they had of European football not completely gone, but there will be now some 7 points outside of a UEFA Cup place after today's defeat. It wasn't Koeman, to be fair, it was one of his assistants there in the Valencia dugout. To the stands. To see Ernesto Valverde, the Espanyol coach, still 3 minutes remaining. This little area in front of his dugout, an encouragement and instructions to his team. It's a free kick to Valencia. Push on the big front man, Zigic. Angled towards Zigic, and it was a good job. Harkey got ahead there. It's done well. A big boots to fill. Jalapeños injured in the first half. As one team continues to struggle in the top flight here in Spain. Is this the turning point in the Espanyol season? They had a fantastic first half of the season, and then things started to go terribly wrong. Is this the turning point? It's fantastic for the fans to see their side in the Champions League next season. Barcelona and Real Madrid look to be out of sight, but the other two spots are held by Villarreal and Atletico de Madrid, and then we've got Seville and Espanyol, and even Racing de Santander, all chasing perhaps for a Champions League spot, on worst case scenario number 5 and 6 for the UEFA Cup, top 4 for the Champions League. So it's going to flick on that as we approach the final minute here in the Olympic Stadium. A solid display as well from Riera. Already has the top button undone. And will not be looking forward, I'm sure, to the press conference in around about 25 minutes' time. Good turn by Valdo. There's a chance here. It's gone over. And that will be a corner kick. What a performance from Luis Garcia. So he doesn't get on with the manager and they hardly speak, but he's certainly done his talking on the pitch here tonight. And Valdo as well. And I've watched for many years. I always felt that he had a lot more to offer. And here's a chance, and that one is headed away for safety. Didn't cross the line. A bit too long for Zigic. Espanyol will watch with interest the performance of third place Villarreal this weekend. Villarreal against Osasuna. We'll be there as well in the Madrigal Stadium They are 46 points. Espanyol will close the gap now. They'll go to 42. I'll be hoping that Osasuna can do them a favour and perhaps take all the points and keep themselves in touch with a chance perhaps of that Champions League spot next season. Into stoppage time here. It's not been brilliant by any standards, but it has been effective from Espanyol. It's a decent day at the office. And 3 important points. More importantly, against one of their rivals in the push for Europe. The best of a bad bunch. Authentic. And Zigic. Just nothing opening up here at all. Flag is up for offside. Would love to get a third, wouldn't you, Garcia? Take that ball home and put it on the mantelpiece. This is from Hake. Just trying to burst through that. United taking another knock on that left leg. This may well be the last piece of action that we have. Valencia throw-in on the far side into the 3rd minute of stoppage time. And the referee, Perez Lassa, will bring this to an end very shortly. Is there a chance perhaps for one more opportunity here for Espanyol? Is there a consolation here for Valencia, perhaps? They will not want to be beaten. So, a job well done for Ernesto Valverde's side. As the referee checks the watch, and you see us just about completing the 3rd minute of stoppage time. That's it. And a double whammy from Luis Garcia. A poacher's goal inside 4 minutes as Baquero and in particular Ronald Koeman look on with gloomy expressions on their faces, but it's this fella inside 4 minutes and then a second half penalty, and that's made all the difference. It was even worse for Valencia, the sending off of Maduro for a second bookable offence. Espanyol continue the charge towards perhaps a Champions League place next season, and the misery continues for Valencia, who continue to falter, and we just wonder what is in store next for Ronald Koeman. Thanks for your company tonight in the Olympic Stadium in